Hey, leader, let me start off by saying thank you so much for what you do for First Priority. We could not exist without you being involved in First Priority. We want to make sure that we resource you and train you the best that we can and give you some tools that can help you along the way. One of them that we're going to talk about today is our new First Priority Club app. Let me show you what this can look like. First off, you want to download an app called First Priority Club from your Apple or Google store. You can also view this by going to our website called app.firstpriority.club. This will give you the same information as what's on your app and give you a little bit more flexibility if you need so. Today I'm going to show you what this looks like on a website, but it will look very similar on your smart device. When you go to app.firstpriority.club, you'll be prompted to enter in your phone number. This is the same as on the app. We use a phone number to identify who you are. So I'm going to type in my number, hit continue, and you'll be sent back a 6-digit code instead of trying to remember a password, and this will help you get into the app promptly. So once you're logged in, this is your view that you will be working with most of the time. You'll see a column over here on the left side that says meetings, resources, and devotionals. If you're on a smart device like a phone or a tablet, it might be listed across the bottom, but all of these information will be available in the same. In the meetings tab, you'll see all of the upcoming meetings for the club that you're responsible for. Then you'll see a resource tab with all of the information that you need to be able to run your club. And then if devotionals are available to you, you can also click devotionals and have them available. But let's go through the meetings and show you what that can look like. In the upcoming meetings for this school, Benton High School, you can see that they have different lunch shifts at different times, but these are all on the same date. It's also helpful to be reminded always that we are very centric around that epic cycle. We have one vision, one goal to equip every student in there with the gospel sharing tool and give them an opportunity to invite. This school is a little bit different setup. They have an equip week. We're getting close to the end of the school year, and immediately they have an invite week, and then they'll finish out this year by doing one last connect week. Let's look at what a meeting could look like. So when I click on this top meeting, you can see it's the first lunch. As a club leader, you have the option to change this up to add more resources and to even change the meeting time or location. First off, the meeting type you can change. Is it an equip week, prepare, invite, or connect? Maybe you want to do a planning meeting or a training meeting, or if you need something different, you can click none and you can make the meeting type whatever you want it to be. I also have some things that are already set in here, like it's at Benton High School, in the library, and here are the meeting date and the time, and the roles and resources that are selected for this one. But if I want to change something, I can simply do that by going to the top right corner of this menu, this area, and you can see that it has a show menu button. I can do 3 things here. I can either edit this meeting, I can cancel this meeting, or I can cancel this and following meetings. Those are all self-explanatory. If I want to edit information about the location or the time that it meets in, I can click edit. If I just want to cancel this meeting, I can do so by just clicking this meeting right here. Or if I want to cancel this one and the following, all of the meetings that are already scheduled for this club, I can click that and it'll help me to speed up the process if I've made an error or if something has happened with this club and they need to change something. Let me show you what it looks like to edit a meeting. So when I click edit, I can change all of this information and make it available to the students that I work with. So I know that the location for this club meeting is not in the library anymore. It's actually in the student commons area. Ooh, if I can spell. The date is correct. We're going to meet on Wednesday, April the 14th. Their start time is 10:35 a.m. and the end time will be 11 o'clock. When I click done, it will ask me a few things. Would you like to apply to following meetings? So let's just say we are permanently moving all of our meetings from the library to the student commons. If that is true, then I will click this checkbox and make sure that it is selected so that it will make the changes for me. This will apply to every meeting following this and make it easy for me to let all of the students know that we have permanently moved from the library to the student commons. If this is a temporary situation, I would suggest unchecking this box so that it's only this one meeting that it affects. What's great is if you change the time of this meeting or the date, it will also give you the same prompts. So they are going to move to the student commons. So I'll click apply. Now I can go back and see it has moved all of my meetings to the student commons. If you want to go back and look at some different meetings, you can do so very quickly and easily. Up at the very top, you can see all my recent meetings. We recently had a planning meeting. Before that, we had some invite, and then we had some equip. We had a lot of different types of meetings that happened recently. And I can go back and see the different reports that took place there. This last one is an unreported. So after every single meeting, we would like for all of our leaders to submit a report of what has happened at that club. If you forgot to submit a report, it will automatically, after the next day, be moved to this unreported tab. If there are some clubs that are some meetings that are unreported, you'll get a little notification that says, hey, there's a club that needs to be reported on. Let me show you what a club report can look like. This is what a club meeting will look like. It will ask you to provide the attendance numbers for that meeting. If there was an invite week and you wanted to report salvations or students who needed more information about the gospel or students who were not interested, you can put all of that information right here for you. Underneath that, you can then label your club meeting as a 1 to 4 star rating. We really want to discourage people doing a 3-star because we want people to be able to make some actionable statements. So if you selected 1 or 2 star from your club, what will show up is what didn't go well. What is something you can improve on? So we want you to give a response that it was low attendance, or the students didn't seem interested, or had some really big distractions, and so it didn't go as smoothly as we may have wanted. Or if you did a 3 or 4 star, the question changes to what went well. So we encourage you to write something good. We want to say it went really well, and we had students greatly interested and involved. And so great interest. Ooh, if I can spell it correctly. Then down below that, you can give us a little bit more information if you would like. Do you want to share a God story? Is God doing something in a student's life that you want to be able to share about? You can click yes and type in that story. It can be as brief or as detailed as you want to be. Or do you need something from First Priority? Do you need something from your area coordinator, from your district or chapter director? You can click yes, type in whatever need that you may have, and then when you hit submit, that information will go directly to the people that need to know about your need. Let's talk about the resources tab. In an upcoming meeting, you will have the option to add roles and resources to a club meeting. So when I click roles, I can then, if I have a speaker ready for the day, I'm going to put that person's name in there. I can add a role. It can be a host or a follow-up, promo, welcome, or I can put a custom. I can add all the different types of people that can be involved. So I know I'm going to have someone in promo, so I may click that and type in their name here. When I click done, all of that information changes and gets added down here to the bottom. The resources are very helpful for students. So I'm going to show you how to add resources to a meeting. You can see this is an equip meeting. I want to make sure that I have equip resources ready for them to view on a student side. So I'm going to click resources, and as a club leader, you get to see all of the resources that are available to this one. As a director, I've gone ahead and said that they're going to be using month 9 of the equip cycle. So I have that selected. But let's just say they want to use a different one. Maybe they didn't actually go through month 8. Then I can go back and select month 8. I can make these changes on the fly. As you scroll down, I've got other things made available. You can make as many resources as available as you want to available to your students. Once you're done, you can hit submit. If you want to look at all of the resources made available to you, you can go to this other tab over here called resources and see everything that is made available to you by your district directors. The last thing that is available to you are potentially devotionals. If they are here, it will look very similar to this resources tab, but will be maybe timed based or made available to you differently than they would resources. One thing to note as a club leader is that there are multiple levels of leadership inside of our app. You are a club leader, which means you might be a faculty sponsor or a campus coach. You might be able to change some of the information that's available, cancel a meeting, add resources to a meeting, or submit a report. There are students who are using this app as well, but their version looks differently. And so, whenever a student goes into a meeting, they may not be able to change a meeting time or location or the resources. They simply just get to view these clubs. Let me show you from the perspective of this school, Benton High School. So Ella is a student leader at Benton High School that I was just showing you. So this is what it looks like for a student. She can see that the meeting is coming up on April 24th at 10:35 and it's equipped. When she clicks on that, she can see that it's equipped Benton High School, the location, when it happens, the roles if they're submitted, and the resources. Notice that she can't make any changes to the club meeting itself, but she can click on resources and see what's made available to her. It looks different than yours. She can't select different resources. She can only just see what's made available to her. So when she clicks on the equip, it'll take her out of that, show her the resources available, and she can begin using that in her club meeting immediately. Ella can also go to all of the resources and see everything, though she can't assign it to a certain meeting. She can see everything that's made available to her. And also, if she has devotionals set aside for her, it'll be located in this tab.